everybody. We are Group 2 from Blars Esting School, and this is our video for the 14th Globe Forum participation. So today we're going to be discussing a topic called the impact of technological and scientific progress on human happiness on the environment. So our group has Bảo Ngân, our group leader, and our third member is Han Ngọc Linh. To start off, I'd like to say the growth of humanity, its intelligence has been accelerating in recent decades, projected most prominently on its most recent technological innovations. Even though such rapid growth is commendable and admirable, it isn't synonymous with the betterment of the Earth, ecosystems, and henceforth human life qualities in general. In fact, these evolutionary feats worsen humanity's and Mother Nature's happiness. The task of reversing these negative effects is not essentially unsalvageable. In this presentation, we will be analyzing the impacts of technological development on the environment, how it affects human happiness based on scientific scaling, and subsequently the potential solutions to this predicament. So our presentation is comprised of 3 parts: introduction, which I've just did, and analysis and conclusion. So let's move on to the analysis. So for our analysis of the topic, we have 3 subtopics. First, we're going to talk about the theories, the impacts, and finally the solutions. So we're going to talk about 2 theories, the theories of well-being and the theories of air pollution. Human well-being is a broad concept which includes many aspects of our daily lives. There are currently various definitions of human well-being on the internet. For instance, according to the Encyclopedia of Puget Sound, human happiness encompasses material well-being, relationships with family and friends, and emotional and physical health. It also includes work and recreation, how one feels about one's community, and personal safety. In the psychological field, charts are often used to represent different factors that contribute to human happiness, such as the Rift Scale of Psychological Well-being. The Rift Scale is a structured self-report instrument of psychological well-being. This scale is also based on various theoretical underpinnings, such as Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, Jehoshaphat's analysis of mental health, etc. In our presentation, we will use the Rift Scale as a standard in order to analyze the impacts of technology on the environment and thus human well-being in different aforementioned aspects. Now, for the theories of air pollution, because of the rapid development of the industrialization and further technological advancements in developed countries around the world, air quality has gradually worsened. As stated by WHO, World Health Organization, air pollution is an abomination of the indoor and outdoor environment by harmful or excessive quantities of any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. The main sources all relate to technologies that emerged following the Industrial Revolution, such as the burning of fossil fuels, power stations, mass agriculture, and vehicles. The consequences of this issue are both harmful to the earth and humanity. Thus, this specific type of environmental contamination will be the main subject of discussion in our presentation. We will be analyzing the impacts of technological inventions on air quality and how it elusively affects human happiness.
Hello everyone, and talking about its impacts, do you know that air pollution occurs as one of the key environmental issues in the United States, causing nearly 21 million people in the US to live in countries with unhealthy levels of particle pollution year-round? A proportion of people is believed to suffer depression, anxiety, psychosis, and perhaps even neurocognitive disorders such as dementia. Those hazardous impacts on air pollution in America are immeasurably dangerous and have generated downgrades in terms of mental and physical health for the Americans. Similarly, in China, due to the growth of technology and massive gas emissions from using cars, running factories, and burning fossil fuel for equipment and product is emitted, causing air pollution, which surprisingly, directly and indirectly draws people to misbehavior, depression, and anxiety. Besides, exposure to polluting air increases more tangible health risks such as cardiovascular disease, respiratory disease, and hospitalizations and mortality. Thus, bad air conditioning truly raises depressive symptoms. While in our country, Vietnam, air pollution is mainly found in Red River Delta. This area includes Hanoi, the Vietnam capital city, and the Ho Chi Minh City area, and the upper reaches of the Mekong Delta, where industrial productions and construction activities are surging. It is said that Hanoi's air pollution levels are rising to match China's smoke-prone capital, Beijing. Recently, WHO figured that 6 out of 10 diseases with the highest mortality rates in Vietnam are related to air pollution. Those affect human respiratory and immune system and can also lead to heart disease and cancer. From the given research about the current state of air pollution in the US, in China, and in Vietnam, it is clear that air pollution takes place globally. It causes detrimental effects on people's mental health, which according to the psychological scale is considered to have an influence on human well-being. This has been stated in the article named Mental Health, and its author is named Ja Holda. What is more, air pollution also affects people's physical health, causing severe symptoms. Since physical health and mental health well-being are totally related, physical injuries can lead to mental health issues and vice versa. In short, what we want to mean is that air pollution results in harmful impacts on human mental and physical health. As we have stated before, in theories of air pollution, advanced technological innovations play critical parts in emitting gas emissions and polluted airs, key factors that influence people's health. Therefore, the development of technology indirectly impacts human well-being.
All right. So, as aforementioned, technological inventions contribute to air contamination, which not only affects the earth negatively but also harms human health tremendously. To mitigate this effect, one alleviation strategy that every one of us can implement is to utilize public transportation. Most private vehicles, such as cars, motorbikes, and trucks, are powered by internal combustion engines that burn fossil fuels, which then releases a variety of pollutants into the air. Those chemicals contribute to air contamination and further ecosystem destruction, hence not only low human quality of life, but also impact human happiness and well-being in general. In accordance with the Northern Ireland Direct UK, approximately 85% of the toxic gas that is emitted from transportation is due to day-to-day commutes. If we leave the situation the way it is, then one day there will be no longer the fresh air for us to breathe, cultivate, and thrive. This is also the reason why we should all start taking actions. By implementing eco-friendly ways to commute, such as using the bus, walking, and biking, we can potentially save up to 20 pounds of carbon dioxide emissions each day, as stated by the Center for the Science Education. Similarly, as the study published in the journal Atmospheric Environment stated, public transportation can reduce air pollution emissions by up to 90%. Not only that, but by supporting public commuting, we can also improve our mental health and well-being by reducing stress and anxiety, according to the research in the journal's Transportation Research Part. By making a switch to public transportation, biking, or driving electric vehicles, we can decrease our reliance on private vehicles and help to improve air quality for cities that integrate public transit. Finally, the conclusion. Humans may have tried to profit from nature using tools like technology and intelligence, but in the end, you reap what you sow. Humans now have to pay double, triple the price for their exploitative deeds driven by greed and avarice. The consequences of such actions are now resurfacing and becoming more apparent than ever. We will and already are facing the repercussions for our extreme profiteering of the environment, and sooner or later, we will face much more severe ones. However, let's not forget that the same inventiveness that got us here can get us to a better, more sustainable future. It's time to reevaluate our priorities and give equal weight to both our technological accomplishments and the health of the planet and its ecosystems. By doing this, we may create the conditions for a future in which both nature and people can coexist peacefully and prosper. The choice of our fate is ours to make. Thank you for listening.